Oh, well, this looks different. What's going on here, everybody?
Model 210.
Oh.
Operator?
Oh no! Why?
Oh no. So this operator model is...
Affirmative. Operator 210. Volunteer to undergo Type B equipment transition during previous descent. Sent to
Oh,
front lines
good
as
God.
Unit 2-1B. Recorded as missing in action 4 hours later.
No.
So she's unit 21B now. Or sorry, 21B instead of 210. Because during that last assault that everything went fucked up and sideways in, she volunteered to become a battle unit. I guess I could be hacking instead of just dancing around like a ninny, huh? This sucks. This game will not be happy until you've had to murder everything you love with your own hands. At least he wasn't super close to his operator. I mean, that's not fair. He was super close to his operator, but at least they weren't more than a business relationship, I guess, is what I'm trying to articulate. She's not ready for those rapid hacks. She was like, yeah, he'll probably try to hack me a couple times. Nope. Relentless all hacks. You could please have your core continue to rotate. I would appreciate it. Oh shit. Ow. Stop it, lady. All right. I wish I could. I probably should have tried to not attack her right away when she was vulnerable. Now I'm just being a bully. All right, well, I'll get my wish. 2-1B, let's talk. No, let's just talk.
Operator!
Oh shit, she's not interested in the talks. Warning, 210. Kind of disrespectful because she's not 210, she's 2-1B now, but that's none of my business. Do a little ring around the rosy here. Oh, that one was shitty. Oh god, I followed up with even worse damage. I'm handing 2-1B the keys to the kingdom.
Coordinate data. Location specified.
What location? What coordinate data?
Mission related. One. Affirmation.
She's just repeating dialogue from our previous interactions is what it sounds like. Because the one affirmation will suffice is definitely a thing she said to us before. Get out of here.
Family. To be with. Please. Kill.
Oh my god, this is awful. I don't want to hack because she's saying dialogue and we always... My hacks like step on dialogue sequences. So we're gonna let Pod mainline this fight.
Just wanting a family. I was so lonely.
This sucks. A2. I don't know if this is helping or hurting.
A2.
2B told me. She told me she wanted you to become a good person.
You're right, Afterlife. It did need to be done, but it doesn't make it good.
Don't you dare talk to me about 2B!
Oh, shit. Whoa. God, they're just having me warp between characters over and over now.
YoRHa Unit 9S is still alive. Query: why would Unit A2 be concerned with the status of Unit
August.
9S after turning on YoRHa?
Shut up!
I like how the pod's like, wait a minute, this is out of character. And she's like, dude, don't be a dick. Look at those biceps. He's about to cut a like vintage Hulk Hogan promo. Listen here, A2 brother. August's got the 24-inch pythons. Skirt, skirt, skirt. All right, skirt, skirt. Peace, nerds. Y'all ain't got shit on this. I hack things the easy way. Into pieces. Get fucked. Oh, they do all have buckets on their heads. Look at me. I'm the big brother now. A2, not interested in being big brother bucket bot. Oh, we got another pod conversation. Why aren't we getting it the normal way? What is the matter, Pod 42? I'm sorry, what is the matter, Pod 042? This protocol is not an interface. I get them screwed up every time. This protocol is not an interface intended for conversational use. Acknowledged. However, this pod has a confidential transmission for Pod 153. That's why it's not the normal one. Understood.
Welcome.
Begin transmission.
Insert party noises here.
Jukebox with the raid. What is up? Welcome in. Everybody get down, get funky. It's a Jukebox raid. What's up, Fortune Cookie? Gatekeeper, SG Gatekeeper, Stargate Keeper. Are the chevrons locked, Gatekeeper? Welcome in, gang. Thank you for the shout out. Afterlife, appreciate that. You rocking your demon souls. I saw you go live just before I was getting ready to, and I was bummed. I'm gonna have to go check the VOD. Hopefully you made some good progress and everyone had a great time. Welcome in, Raiders.
Wonderful.
A little bit of a different transition here from Dark Souls, or from Demon Souls into this. Gatekeeper, thanks for the follow as well. I will take a brief moment before we continue this dialogue between the pods to let all the Raiders know, hello, welcome in. We are in the middle of NieR Automata. If you are unfamiliar, it is a very unique action RPG game, and it is a ton of fun. I play through a bunch of stuff from my backlog here on the channel, and this is one that's been sitting in there for quite a while. My backlog I have just linked in chat. You might find some very fun stuff in there. Not Stargate, Soulgate. Almost. I'm almost getting there. All right, let's see what Pod 153 and Pod 042 have to say. Hopefully this can live up to the high octane energy that Demon Souls provided over on Jukebox stream. Dude, we slayed, took down 2 bosses tonight. Glad to see you play more. Super Moose has not made a comeback. Thank goodness. We've not been stalked by Super Moose in a bit. You have a Stargate tattoo? No one ever references it? Yo, my wife and I love Stargate. We, on the regular, if my wife and I like have to put something into position or like read something off for one another, I will constantly say the thing I'm supposed to say and then go, Chevron, locked! That guy's the unstated hero of Stargate. The memory of Super Moose will live forever. I love it. Pod 153, understood. Begin transmission. Pod 042, an error has been detected in the transmission network between Pod 042 and Pod 153. There's an error in their transmission network. Hypothesis. Said error is fragmented data caused by deterioration of the transmission environment. It may be so. However, it may also not be so. Message unclear. Clarification requested. Oh, you have the Earth sigil from the dial as your tattoo? That's super cool. That's like a great nerdy, like, need to know to have any significance tattoo. I love that. That's very rad. After repeated information exchanges between multiple pods, an unexpected phenomenon has occurred. We pods have developed unusually protective feelings towards support targets 2B, A2, and 9S. Query, could this be our will? Always good to know your address. That's a good call, Julie. Also co-op some. Oh, you did some co-op with Gate? That's rad. That's super fun. I've never done, I don't play most stuff co-op, but I've specifically never done any co-op in a Souls type game, and I can see how that would be super rad. And yes, it sounds like something amiss with the pods afterlife. Could this be our will? Unknown. The definition of will is unclear. Will is the question of whether pods are capable of their own self-determination. Even if it were possible, such actions cannot be abided. Successful mission fulfillment is all that matters. So they're also having like an existential crisis. So now everyone's freaking out. Whatever the case, we tactical support units have a duty to see this through to the end. Duty? You sounded like an android just there. They're talking so differently than they would normally talk. Agreed, but just as androids are influenced by humans, so are we tied to our creators. Perhaps. Pod 153. Do not die. The concept of death has no meaning to tactical support units. However, your expression of concern is appreciated. I also hope that you do not die, Pod 042. Yeah.
Physical check complete.
What
check
the hell?
complete. Maintenance mode complete. YoRHa Unit 9S. Activate.
Alright, so we literally just fell from the resource collector.
Good morning, 9S.
Am I...
Analysis. The enemy structural unit collapsed during battle. Unit 9S suffered damage from the fall and was placed in emergency suspend mode. Fall location was deemed too dangerous, thus said unit was transported to current location. All system checks and reactivation complete.
Operator.
Operator model 210 is deceased. Black box signal not found.
Yeah, absolutely smoked.
Oh.
So we fell, and our pod moved us so that we would be
Situation
safer.
report.
Tower access authentication key acquired.
Okay, so we did get the third key.
The required number of authentication keys have been acquired. The tower is now open for investigation.
I mean, that's got to be our priority target. Just doing demon co-op as much as possible. I can get that. It's not like you have anything to prove. So if you dig the co-op nature, I could totally understand that. I don't do co-op in games like that primarily because I'm not good. Oh, check the flower. Yes, Afterlife. I had forgotten. We can go check the flower. It's in the back alley, right? Especially, like, I had not beaten any of them, so the only Souls game that I've really fully completed is the Souls run I did earlier this year for the first Dark Souls. And that one I did definitely want to kind of, like, have the badge of doing it on my own. Is it? Oh, it's next to the machine store, so it's back here. Ain't no flowers. Where'd the flower go? Oh, it's gone. Okay. You said I'm gonna get a chapter select at some point here, Afterlife, so presumably we will be able to come back to it another time. Not the greatest at Demon Souls, but all my hours in the series are coming in handy. Yeah, that's exactly it, is what I'm saying, right? Like, you've put in the time, you've done the work. So now you get to just play it the way you want to play it. Oh, we cutting in line. You can only do it as 2B and 9S. Oh, so it must be that they have it terminated right now since we have the kind of like double chapter going on. I agree, Afterlife. The amusement park is definitely the one that kind of hits the hardest. Other than perhaps, I would say Pascal's Village with everyone gone is the worst. Did I go past the ladder in the sewer? I think so. We grabbed an item for doing it, didn't we? I want to say yes. It was a weapon. I don't remember what it was though. But I know that you had told me to go beyond the ladder while we were down here another time. Box we've already opened. What are you? You're just mats, right? Yeah, amber. And then nothing down this way. All right. We can head to the tower. I'm nervous about what we're gonna find when we get down here. Let's not take a moose with us in case it goes badly. I don't want more of their blood on my hands. All right, so we have to unlock these smaller sections with our keys, I'm assuming. Yeah. So, but what does it do? What is tower subunit? Maybe we should do all of these before I worry about going into the tower proper. Oh, we probably have to do all of those, it looks like. All right, so we can only do this as 9S because it requires hacking. Don't they know that I have made a long and storied career of hacking my way into houses in Pascal's Village? You fools cannot stop me. All right, one more subunit. So this tower was created as a result of Adam and Eve being destroyed, specifically Eve being destroyed. So I'm eager to find out what caused this to grow. Because it grew organically looking, but it's from the machines.
You've unlocked all of the subunits. That means a special prize is waiting for you inside the tower.
That does not sound good.
Look forward to serving you.
All right. Let's do something smart. And let's go save. That's, yeah, exactly. It was... Eve was gone. The machines went apeshit. And then the tower erupted out of nowhere. So I guess was it as the bunker was destroyed? Now you raise a good point. Was it more connected to the machine life forms or to YoRHa? And that is even more concerning. Right, yeah, he was the last of the active control units, or admin as you put it is probably the better way to think of it. And now it's just running roughshod. But like, the question I have, and we talked about this a little bit, I think last time, is before Adam and Eve kind of manifested forms, were they just like code on the machine network, or was there another admin before they rose up? It happened just after 2B died. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. Because we all freaked out and the earth started shaking and this shit erupted while 9S was yeeted into the void. All right. I think we are gonna maybe back away and get a screenshot though, right quick. Can I get my UI to disappear, please? Thank you. And then one more. Come on, UI. I wish I could customize that to drop more quickly. Can code evolve? Ooh. Am I done talking with the twins? What the fuck?
Over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
So, but why, if they're concerned about me gaining access to it, why the weird nonsense with the like cheerful mascot? Should we go talk to the twins before I do this?
Out of my way!
You know what? Even if we should, I don't think I'm gonna. I'm like really pot committed right now on what the hell is going on inside this tower. I think we're going for it. We can always, like you said, if there's a chapter select coming up.
Stop coming!
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Is this A2 coming? Allied signal. And then hopefully A2 holds them off. Oh!
Wait, you?
9S, we've been expecting you.
They're gonna hold off the machines
Two
for
of us
me?
will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
What the fuck? They know so much more than they're pretending to.
Devila?
All right, Devil and Popla, they're on the job.
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S.
They made me promise to not die alone. Oh boy.
None of this makes any sense!
Yeah,
Explain everything
I agree,
once we're
9S.
inside.
By the power of our gingerish hair. Oh my god. Strong encryption on this door. Yo, Popla and Devila are just going ham in the background as we speak.
We've got this, 9S. You just focus on hacking.
This crazy zoom out, just watching them wreck shop while I am holding the Y button is pretty badass. Yeah, kill them closer to me, girls, because then I get the drops. Just saying, it'd be convenient. All right, we have to actually make it through the hack now. No time limit, it would appear. Okay, careful, careful. Careful, careful. Wha- Can't stop me. Watch this mean trick. Sucker! Oh my god. Tower security not fucking about. All right.
What's
Okay.
this barrier?
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit this self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all.
What? I didn't understand that for a second. It was like they were talking Star Trek.
What happened?
It's the barrier.
Popola!
Oh shit, Papa.
You can't do anything. The wall's got a
Enough!
self-closing algorithm.
Devil and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what.
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devil! Right.
Oh shit.
Devila!
I hope you don't regret this.
Yo. So Popula just like fried her shit to get me in? Alert. Data records discovered for units Devila and Popula. Do you wish to open this data now? Yes. A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go, after all. Because our models, the Devila and Popula models, are defective. Record. Transitions in the project's initial phase. When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order. Function as observers of Project Gestalt. This is the sole mission of the twin Devila and Popula models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair. We shared destiny's burden as a pair. And because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Ah, watch out! Devila staggers and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find she is not seriously hurt. Are you all right? Sorry, sis. Guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, the same wry smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped in a white bandage. Your bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's all right, Popula. Come on. We have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devila grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon, we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Devila's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, oh shit, a little choose your own adventure? I check the circuitry to see if it can be repaired. As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors as well as some tools. none of which is easy to find in a desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Devila. That wry smile again. Yeah, you're right, Afterlife. This late into the game and they're still hitting me with some new kind of weird subgenre. That wry smile again. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worry show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. It's all I can do until I get the proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, well now you're apologizing. We both apologizing while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way. Such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laugh together, the sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind. Report regarding the increase in relapses. There has to be some way to prevent relapses. Devilish sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. Pfft, they wouldn't understand even if they did. That might be true, but regardless. Annoyed at my hesitation, Devila crosses her legs and scowls. The black scrawl took another victim, she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. That's the disease that your daughter/sister, depending on which game you're playing, has in the original game, right? That's the ailment that you're trying to find a cure for. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that. Her shout makes me jump, just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. Yeah, that's why you're fighting in NieR. I'm sorry, sis. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay. I understand. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now, my chest hurts just to think about it. If it were to fail... Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the black scrawl started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Popple and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We'd talk to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we'd just hold each other and share the horror of it all. I'm glad you were with me, murmurs Popula. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure because we had each other, I reply softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Ooh, that's chilling. Were they really so clever? Were they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden all alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if we're of no use ourselves, things will still work out if other observers can pull through. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. 2, because 1 could not handle it. That's also why every battle unit has a balanced operator. So it's still a continuation of the same paired model system of the Devila and Popula units. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Devila and Popula models from another town. Okay, so one of the pairs did something bad. The wind rubs my cheeks. The sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Devila loses her balance every now and then. Gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall again, and we press on. Is your leg all right? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, It's fine. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left. And yet, she continues to smile. All so I won't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. Oh, I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. So the allies are who hurt her. I was furious, beyond fury. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled, and all of that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day, I realized how she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. So I think we're getting two different... Are we getting two different sets of Devla and Popala records here? Are we getting like the official versus the renegade pair? Or is this all the same pair? Project Gestalt's end. Our role as observers ended on the day Project Gestalt collapsed, all due to the actions of Devla and Popala models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert, we still had to attempt it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at the Devla and Popala models who'd snuffed out humanity. It started small, a few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. But even the smallest things have weight, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually becomes a boulder. Emotions boiled over. Remarks became jeers. And soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the fact that our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We were observers for Project Gestalt, after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn. We endured. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution. But in one such town, my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. Okay, no, so this is a before and after of them. My sister Devla met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She'd said something in response to his taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, he slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed, everything went red. And then, she smiled at me. It's okay, sis. There's nothing we can do. But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devla and I left town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. A cold wind blasts us, stealing what little body heat we have left. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march, because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part. At least a little, anyway. But at the same time, we are not them. We are not the same. We are who we are. And that Devla and Popala were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devila being hurt. I wanted to shout it at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devila. And for her, there's only me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance badly. But that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devila? I'm alright as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together to try and retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of midday. But we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert. A new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devila's leg. And yet, I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse. It lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out, Nye. Support Devila's body. As long as we have bodies to support one another, as long as I have someone with whom to share my fate, then I will press on, no matter what happens to me. Because I won't ever stop protecting her. I won't stop. No one stops. For that is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. But they were just separated. Man, that's like an even greater acknowledgement of the commitment they had to helping 9S. Because if they knew one was going to get fried, and Lord knows if the remaining android's going to be able to fight out. I don't remember, was it Popula that got the door? Man, that's a shitload of weight. Pod 153. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed from future android designs. Following the incident, the Devila and Popula models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devila and Popula seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative.
That's fucked up. So the pair that goofed it up and the Gestalt project failed, all the remaining pairs of Devila and Populas had their minds tinkered with so that they always felt guilty about it. That's messed up. That's super messed up. My feelings are hurt and that's hard to do. I think this game can find a way to hurt just about everybody. This game goes hard. I hope you never have to understand. It sounds like Pod 153 and Pod 042 are on their way to understanding, though, Afterlife. Like, 9S has made it very clear that the loss of 2B has permanently damaged him. So, like, obviously we know he gets it, but the pods are starting to come around, too.